the 80% psychology, and 20% strategies. I'm fired up, excited to be here tonight. And this episode number 1 of this live show, Mindset of Steel. Today's episode, we're going to focus on a powerful strategy that I've implemented in my life for the past 2 months. And it's been transformative. It has helped me mentally, physically, and even spiritually. And I'm going to share this with you in the hopes that maybe you can get inspired in changing your routine or improving the routine or maybe learning a few things. And you can also share what you've been doing and maybe I'm going to learn from you. So let me ask you a question before I get started. How does your morning routine go? How does your morning routine go? Do you wake up in the morning and press the snooze button on the alarm and procrastinate and stay in bed and wait until you're late? And then you're rushing out of bed, drinking coffee, taking the kids to school, driving to work? Or do you take time before to settle down, think of what your day is going to be like, and take some time for yourself? Well, let me share with you what I've been doing. I summarized it in this 1-minute clip where I show you every single thing that I do. So take a look, and then I'm going to talk about it next. So there you have it. Those are the things that I do every single day for the past 2 months. And it's really, really helped me. I mean, how different do you think my morning is when I started doing all of these things? Before, I used to be like, wake up and just stay in bed. I didn't want to get up. I just think about it. And then all of a sudden, then I was late and I didn't have any time for myself. But by doing these things, now I spend some time but for myself before taking care of other things that need to be taken care of. So let me just go over this routine that is my morning routine. I call it, it's called my hour of power. And basically, let me step you through everything that I've been doing. The first thing that I do when I wake up, obviously, I brush my teeth, I wash my face. But the first thing that I do is I drink some lemon water. I drink about 12 ounces of lemon water. Now, lemon water has a lot of benefits. You can research this, and I printed out some of the benefits just so I don't forget. But the obvious ones: it promotes hydration because you're drinking more water. It has a lot of vitamin C. But here I have. It supports weight loss. It improves your skin quality, aids in digestion, freshens your breath. It helps prevent kidney stones. So there's a lot of benefits to drinking lemon water. So that's something that I've implemented. And obviously, when you wake up, your body is thirsty, right? Because you've been sleeping for all these hours. So a good source of a good drink of lemon water at room temperature is what I'm doing. Then after that, I do some push-ups. I do about 10 to 20 push-ups just to warm up and start my blood to pump and just to warm up and wake myself up. And then I put my AirPods on, my earphones, and listen to music. I listen to a lot of music. I jump around. I punch a little bit. I have a punching bag in my basement and I move around. And the music is very key. It's very, very fundamental because it wakes you up. It's like it stirs up the senses. One thing I can compare it to is like, have you ever taken a bar of soap when you're taking a shower in the morning and smelled the bar of soap, and that kind of wakes you up? Or maybe you do the same thing when you smell a coffee and it wakes you up. Music is the same thing. If you haven't tried that, try it. Music in the morning wakes you up. So that's something that I do as well. And then I go over to my inversion table. I have an inversion table like you saw in the video that basically flips me backward, upside down, and it provides a great stretch in my back. It improves the circulation and brings fresh blood to the brain. It's a very good thing that I've been doing and helping me with back pains and neck pains. My inversion table, and then I also do some abdominals, and just to try to get a little bit of a six pack that I once had, trying to make it come out. So I do some abdominals while I'm inverted, and then I switch modes and I do some prayer and meditation. About five minutes of prayer and meditation, and gratitude. So that moment is very important as well. After that, then I switched over to something that is called priming. So I do about 15 minutes of priming. Now, priming is something that I'm going to talk about in a future episode. I'm going to get into more details, but it involves a breathing technique, meditation, and visualizing desired outcomes and other things. So I'll talk about that in a future episode, so stay tuned for that. So that's 15 minutes of priming. And then I do some yoga. I go and do some basic yoga, some 20 minutes of yoga. I'm not an expert in yoga. I'm not an expert in none of these things, but I'm just doing them. So I just went to my Amazon Fire Stick and looked up a yoga program, and I'm doing some basic yoga, 20 minutes of basic yoga every day. And that's great for some stretches. It tones the muscle, and it's awesome to do in the morning. And then I'm ready to do my morning run. So then I do about 25 to 30 minutes of running. And at this time, I'm about running a little like 2.5 miles in those 25 to 30 minutes. So that's what I'm doing now. 2 months ago, obviously I was doing less. So I've been improving over time my distance and my endurance with my heart rate. So when I come back from my run, then what I do is I do my celery juice. I have my juicer, and I juice celery pure, and it comes out to about 16 to 24 ounces of celery juice. Celery juice has tons of benefits as well, and you can look that up. I just printed out some of the benefits so I don't forget. But it lowers your cholesterol. It contains antioxidants. It has something called apigen, which is known to kill cancer cells. It's a natural inflammatory. It lowers your blood pressure, cleanses your liver, improves digestion, fights infection. It's also alkalizing, and it's also highly nutritious. So there's a lot of benefits to drinking celery juice. Now, for me, one of the first benefits that I noticed after about the 4th day of drinking celery juice every day was that my skin, all of a sudden, like I started feeling like my skin was like, it felt like moisturized. It felt like something was going on. I was like, what's going on with my skin? And it was like, I felt like I had some moisturized lotion on my face, not oily, but it was just moisturized. So my skin became more clearer. And so that was one benefit I attribute to the lemon water. And I wasn't looking for that benefit, but I'll take it. So some people actually have told me that I look younger or refreshed or fresher or something. And I was like, okay, it's just my skin improved. So that's lemon, that's celery juice. So after that, after 30 minutes of drinking the celery juice, then because all of this is with an empty stomach, then I eat my breakfast. I try to prepare a healthy breakfast. I'm learning still to do a lot of foods that are healthy, but I do a healthy breakfast that has proteins and gives me a lot of energy for the rest of the morning. Now, with regards to the water, what I do is I always have my bottle of water, and I drink half my body weight in ounces of water. So that's a guideline that you can use. So this is about 24 ounces. So I always have this, and I'm always refilling it and just drinking my lemon water all day long, and I'm always hydrated. So that is my hour of power. So how different do you think it is? I mean, this is a lot to do, right? And I didn't implement all of this at the same time. And so you don't have to do it at the same time either. You can do it at your own pace. Now, but one thing that I can tell you is it's not easy. It's not easy to wake up I wake up between 5 and 6 o'clock in the morning. It's not easy waking up early to do something like this. It's not easy drinking the celery juice. Celery juice is not a very good taste, but there are different types of celery that have different tastes. I'm going to talk about that in a future episode. What celery to use, but still, it's not a good taste. But it's an acquired taste. But the benefits outweigh the taste, so I just take it. Running in the morning, it's tough. Doing the yoga, it's tough, but you do it. So one thing that I suggest is that don't do things because you feel like doing it or because you don't feel like doing it. Don't do things based on feelings, because feelings come and go. You have feelings that come and go. So what you should do is make a decision to do something and just do it. Do it and keep on doing it. Not because you feel like doing it. And then what happens is that the feelings actually come up after you do what you need to do. Because it's kind of a little bit backwards, right? If you think about it. But no, once you do these things, you're actually going to start feeling the things that make you want to do it more. Like, I miss the day that I don't drink my celery juice. I miss the day that I can't go running because maybe it's raining too hard, or something, life circumstances doesn't allow me to do this. Some of my steps in my morning routine. I miss it because I've already developed a habit and I miss it. So I feel like doing it every single morning, no matter what. It hurts. Like, I'm sore some days because of the running. I'm sore because of the stretching. The taste is not, but I still do it and I enjoy the benefits. Now, this is just my morning routine, right? There's also other routines like in the afternoon and the evening. This is just the morning routine. So it's not the one end all for everything, right? But it's a good way to start your morning, having a morning routine. So I'm curious, what does your morning routine look like? Do you want to share? That's my question of the day. What does your morning routine look like? So I'm going to switch over and see if you have any, you can type it in the comments. If you want to share, do you add anything about that I've done in your morning routine, or maybe you have something that you want to share that you do. Okay, so Cynthia. Okay, so Cynthia's saying you haven't incorporated music in them. That's a great idea. Music. And I suggest putting in the earphones so, if other people don't hear you. I get in my basement. I have like my man cave. It's just myself. And I'm jumping around, putting in my music and just stretching and just going wild. I do something similar in the afternoon, which I call my 5 o'clock whistle. I talk about that in another episode. But yeah, music is very powerful. Yeah, don't snooze. So what else if anybody want to share? Oh, thanks Bernie. Nice haircut. Yeah, I got a haircut yesterday. You got to take care of yourself, man. You have to take care of yourself. So here's another suggestion. Okay, Cynthia is sharing. She does 20 push-ups. Impressive. And stretching, prime, prayer, and Bible reading. Yep. This is all ideas to take care of yourself. And you might want to plan, if you're at work or in business, maybe that's a good time to plan your day, plan your calendar. You're blocking your time to do different activities during the day, and you plan it because life happens. And if you don't block your time to do something for yourself in the morning, you're never going to do it. Like, for example, like I pray I'll pray randomly. But now, because I've incorporated this in my morning routine, I'm praying. I know that in the morning I have this particular prayer that I'm doing, and I'll have other prayers and during the day. But I know that that's part of my routine. Okay, so that's all that I have that I'm going to talk about in this episode. In the next episode, we're going to delve deeper and talk about strategies that have to do with what happens after an event, after a conference, a seminar, a retreat, a course, what happens the day after. And it has to do with momentum. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. This is a weekly show. It happens every Wednesday at 7 p.m. And if you want to sign up to our list, that we have a list that we're going to notify you if there's any schedule changes. We're going to let you know of special guests that are going to be appearing on the show. Go to mindsetofsteel.com and sign up there to be on our list, so you're notified when there's a next live going on and you don't miss the next show. And I appreciate you. Thank you for being here, and stay positive. Try to change your morning routine and implement some of the strategies here, and I hope it helps you. So until next time, I'll see you on the next episode.